Hello, my friends. For today's reading, we have the King of Blades, or Swords, in reverse. Again, please remember, it doesn't matter what gender you are. Neither the title nor the person or animal, whatever is pictured on the card, has anything to do with gender. It refers to a set of energies or personality traits, however you care to look at it, that are considered either masculine or feminine, but are true or real for both genders. All right, so that said, this King of Swords is in reverse. So this is not a healthy, insightful, honest, decisive King of Swords. This is a King of Swords who is a bit of a straw man. Puts on a good show, perhaps, of being strong, but feels weak and is probably, I'm getting sharp-tempered. Intolerant, controlling. Not concerned about honesty just so much as getting his own way. So judgmental, tyrannical, definitely not interested in anybody else's opinion. All right, so his intellectual abilities have turned against him if he has them. Or they have them. I'm so sorry. I should be saying they, not he, because this can be male or female. And if this is you, you're not feeling the strength or clarity that you would like. And perhaps you are not seeing a situation well at all, and your communication is suffering as a result. Next to that, we have the Five of Cups in reverse. The Five of Cups is a call for meditation and a gratitude practice because you are not seeing what is being offered to you. You are completely missing the gifts. Yes, you have suffered losses, no doubt about it. So there's loss, there's grief, or there's regret. But there is something else that's still there. Something else, a gift you are overlooking. But in this case, we have it in reverse. So a lot of self-pity, perhaps self-loathing. You've really screwed up. You despise yourself. And you need to learn to accept the loss, to process the grief, and move on. At the same time, you are also being called, the Judgment card is next, and it's in reverse. So the calling is there, the calling to a spiritual awakening, to be reborn, to allow yourself to learn and grow from your experiences, to let go of being this apparently in control king, and accept that you are not in control, and that and to submit to the divine, honestly. Yes, that means a lot of change. And that's probably why you're fighting it. Also, fear. People really, really fear what's unknown. They fear letting go of a life that they feel, I'm going to say comfortable with. It's not ideal by any stretch of the imagination, but you can get by, and you don't want to make the effort to leap into the unknown. That's scary. But you are being called to make that leap into the unknown. We have the Two of Pentacles here, which is a card of change. It's in reverse, so you are fighting change for all you are worth, which we covered with the Judgment in reverse. However, you're trying to fight the divine, and the wheel of fortune never stops turning, and the divine will keep dragging you towards change, towards a new passionate beginning. Passionate in, a variety of ways, because it also implies creativity. So perhaps a creative spark is coming, if you will allow it. And the wheel is going to keep turning. It's going to keep dragging you forward no matter how hard you fight it. If you let go, if you choose to submit to the divine, things will go much more smoothly, much more easily for you. You'll still lose a lot. A lot of the people that are in your life now will fade away or drop off more quickly and abruptly, but they will leave. And that is inevitable. I realize that may be uncomfortable and definitely unwanted, but that's part of the process. They have to choose to follow their own path, and your path is not. Your paths aren't lining up anymore. All right. Oh, right. What I'd like to see now is how the universe sees your situation. So the Oracle, the wisdom of the Oracle deck. What is the focus of your current situation, whether you know it or not? Okay. Tick-tock. That's interesting. And it is number 30. Tick-tock. I think that's more of changes coming whether you like it or not, but let's see. Tick-tock, timelessness, divine timing, immeasurable time. The Oracle's message: when humans created time, everything changed and contracted. People have come to look at life in a linear way, imagining that the past is behind them and the future ahead of them. But what if that isn't true at all? What if everything, creativity, beauty, chaos, and order, were happening now in a glorious timelessness? You have all the time in the world to co-create the life you desire, so release your agenda. Let go of your need to shape each moment to your expectations, knowing that what is yours will never be withheld from you. Miracles are here right now, and always show up when you need them, right on time. Well, definitely a re-emphasis of your lack of control, which I realize, as you are the King of Swords in reverse, is not good news. But it's not that bad letting go of control, because control is an illusion. You don't actually have any. You just think you do. So once you let go of the illusion of control, you have a lot more energy and creativity freed up. So you might want to try that. It's certainly not all bad. And control is something that fearful people do. Going with the flow is definitely an easier way to live. I wanted to get you a animal spirit card to see how the universe sees you right now, the divine, in whatever term you care to use. How does the universe or the divine see the viewer right now? How does the divine see the viewer right now? That's interesting. I got two cards. One is the crocodile, and one is the lizard. That's really interesting. Okay, so not only did I get two cards, but they are both reptiles. You're cold-blooded? Okay. All right, let's check it out. Crocodile and lizard. One of you is fire, and one of you is water. Well, I shouldn't say one of you, but you know, one of the cards is fire and one of them is water. So you are at odds with yourself, perhaps? Crocodile, resting, submerging. You'll just have to remember that one was in reverse. Okay. Resting, submerging, collecting energy, cooling off. I can see where the King of Swords in reverse needs to cool off. The crocodile reminds us to step back from the external world and start inward. Now is not the time for decisions, action, or discussion. The crocodile's mantra is wait. This doesn't mean lying around hoping life's challenges will disappear. The crocodile is much smarter than that. It means intentionally withdrawing, gathering our awareness, observing, and building energy. Fill up the vital reserves so your next move comes from a place of wisdom and power. When in balance, wise, patient, a silent powerhouse. When out of balance, feels stuck, lashes out. To bring into balance, rest. Makarasana pose. I don't know what that one is. I don't particularly like yoga, so I never really learned any of the terms. I've probably done it. It might be it's also known as the corpse pose, where you just lie there. I'm not sure. Okay, let's see what the lizard has to say. The lizard is fire. This is so interesting. You have two reptiles. One is water and the other is fire. Wow. You must really be at war with yourself. Okay. Lizard. Instinctual. Sensitive to the subtle. Dreamer. Oh my goodness, you have such different aspects to yourself. That's quite a bit to bring into balance. The lizard is an expert in the realm of sensory perception. As if it has a sixth sense, the lizard hears what is yet to be spoken and sees what is yet to manifest. Although this is an amazing gift, it can easily wear the lizard down. Big crowds, lots of travel, or overstimulation will drain a lizard of their magical essence. This card is an indication to pull back from the bright lights in big city and return to the inner artist who's been whispering your name. See, I was talking about inspiration and creativity. Perhaps you are an artist. In some fashion. There's many ways to be an artist. It doesn't have to be painting or drawing. All right, when in balance, artistic, telepathic, and spiritual. When out of balance, elusive, non-committal, flaky. To bring into balance, a creative project. Okay, so you do have that sensitive artist within that you need to start honoring. And it seems like maybe you're a bit more of an introvert than you let on. This is how the universe or the divine sees you. So apparently you do have a spiritual side, a pretty strong one. And you've been neglecting it. Look at that. That lizard's looking right at the judgment card. The one that's calling you to the spiritual sides of life. Wow. Okay. I'm not sure where to go from here. All right. So I think I'll leave it here. You should probably spend some time, as was suggested, pulling back, being patient, getting some alone time. It's interesting, the crocodile says, do nothing, just wait. One of the interesting things I've learned in recent years is that one of the great sources of inspiration, or one of the great ways to let inspiration come to you is to allow yourself to be bored. So sit still, do nothing, be bored. And if you let yourself be bored long enough, inspiration will come to you. It does work. So perhaps you want to give that a try. Good luck.